Two Nova Scotia mothers whose sons were murdered 4 years ago are speaking out tonight for the very first time, and they are frustrated. Janice Sampson and Heather Eisenhower say the man charged with killing their sons is in jail, but still has not gone to trial. And they say the criminal justice system actually rewards people who are eventually convicted after such long delays. CTV's Rick Grant has exclusive details tonight.
Two mothers and two sons. Janice Sampson and her son Tyler, Heather Eisenhower and her son Adam. Their boys, close friends, both murdered on August 14th, 2005.
And they were inseparable. They were like siblings.
He had a nice smile.
Tyler is buried in the grave that had been reserved for his mother.
Constantly, I ask God to wrap his arms around him and hold him and hug him when I can't.
Heather visits Adam's grave every Sunday.
We will never, ever see our sons. We'll never hold them. We'll never hear, as I heard every day, "Thanks, Mom, I love you." I will never hear that from my son again.
Two young men in their mid-20s were never in trouble with the law. Janice Sampson works for the Defense Department and Heather Eisenhower for an insurance company. The word murder in relation to their families just never occurred to them.
We're just your average family that brought their boys here, swimming and to picnic, and took them for ice cream and had the same jobs, both for 20-some years.
He was a gentle giant. That's what the Sunday school kids labeled him.
Their headstones show their loves and interests. A fishing pole at Tyler's, a carved fish on Adam's.
He loved fishing, anything outdoors. His spirit, heart, and soul was in the outdoors.
They didn't go downtown. They were the type of person that would rather be out, at a lake somewhere. Good guys.
Adam was disabled as a result of a car accident in 2001.
We sat by his bedside for 3 weeks, unsure if he would live or not live. And his only concern was us.
And on Sunday, August 14th, 2005, Adam was murdered in his Glen Haven home. Heather and her husband were going up to the house to help Adam, and they saw a line of police cars.
And that's when we realized that the RCMP cars were in front of our home.
Janice was waiting for Tyler to return home from Adams, was making him lunch after she'd returned from church, and got a call from one of her son's friends.
And he said, I'll be there soon. He didn't know. He was calling to see if I was okay. He didn't know that I didn't know.
A day or so before Adam and Tyler were buried, a man turned himself into the RCMP in connection with the two murders. Michael Joseph Mitchellmore has been charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder. He's in jail, but he's never been tried. He's serving what's called remand time. That's jail time before the trial takes place.
4 years, 2 months, 19 days before we go to trial. I never could have ever imagined.
Janice has been to the court 27 times for events leading up to the trial.
You brace yourself to see this person, and nothing sort of prepares you for that.
They can't believe the delays.
Definitely justice delayed, and definitely the victims are the victims.
And they worry about remand time, jail time credits, up to 2 days for each day served while awaiting trial if the person is convicted.
Our justice system rewards by giving 2 days off for each day in jail.
They shouldn't earn double time. Give me a reason for it. I can't find one.
Mike Taylor, who is on the board of the Nova Scotia Criminal Defense Lawyers Association, says there are no remand credits for murder.
The only credit is toward the period of parole ineligibility. It's a one-for-one credit.
However, if second-degree murder is reduced to manslaughter, the remand credit kicks in.
There's certainly case law in Canada that indicates that generally remand time is credited at a 2-for-1.
Taylor explains that it's because prisoners have it tougher in provincial jails.
Your time is restricted, the time you're allowed out of a cell. The programs are restricted or non-existent in a lot of cases.
Prime Minister Stephen Harper's government is trying to push through a bill that will eliminate remand time, and on a recent trip to Halifax, Harper explained why.
The longer particularly a guilty individual can serve pre-trial, obviously the shorter his sentence will be. It seems to us to be perverse.
There is another change in the law the two mothers want, an end to concurrent sentences. That's when a person is convicted of 2 or more crimes and serves the sentences simultaneously.
Somebody did take my son's life. Somebody did take Adam's life. Whoever did that should serve 2 sentences.
It's a BOGO sale. Murder one, the rest are free. That's the way I feel about it.
There's no perfect solution. Oftentimes sentencing comes down to a compromise. The judge has a number of considerations to look at, and it's extremely difficult to fashion a sentence that's going to keep everyone happy and stay within the legal guidelines.
To everybody involved in the system, he's just a statistic, but he was my son.
Photos, family, and friends trigger memories they cling to. And every day is a struggle for 2 mothers who miss their sons.
Some days we barely function. The pain is so severe.
I hurt. I mean, constantly, every day, it's a heartache.
But they go on and come here. Rick Grant, CTV News, Black Point, Nova Scotia.